Welcome back. I'm so glad that you are ready to take this to the next level. Just by persevering and by hitting play today, you have made a huge leap. You are committed to making this work. When I first started engineering, in the first class, I told you to look to the right and to look to the left, and that of the three of you, only one is going to survive by Christmas. Well, this is Christmas. You are the one who survived. You have shown the will to make this successful. So let's dive in a little bit deeper, because we know there is more. We have a taste that life could be so much better, but there's likely some apprehension about, what do I have to give up? How hard is this going to be? Am I even capable of changing? Perhaps you've tried before and never succeeded. Maybe you've tried to exercise in the morning and you can always come up with an excuse as to why you're not going to do that. Or you tried to meditate but you just keep falling asleep. Or your mind just keeps wandering, so you give up. Or you've tried to diet or eat healthier, but there's always cookies in the staff room or things just left out for you to tempt you. So let's look at some strategies to make this work for us. So we're going to look at a series of keys to making this work. So key number one, so the secret to making big changes is to start really, really small. This all relates to our base brain, or our reptilian brain. This is our safety system. As humans, we are programmed to resist change. Our reptilian brain kicks in every time and says, "Well, there, we don't really want that. We're good just as we are." So you can imagine that couch potato, we're being stuck in the mud. This is why we only picked one thing to change in our bedtime routine this week. And we only backed up our bedtime by 15 minutes max. We want to make small changes that get us, kind of sneak us by the radar of this reptilian brain. All right, key number two is to make it so easy you can't say no. And we call this, in habit change theory, architecting your environment, or setting the stage for success. As we start a new habit, and in the groups that I work with, we start a new habit every week. So we get inspired each time we listen to a new webinar, and we hear all these great reasons why. We get inspired on our group calls together by hearing about other people's successes. And so what we want to do in these periods of inspiration is we want to set ourselves up so that it's so easy that we can't say no. So example, you want to put out your running shoes, or set up your yoga mat, or you step on it as you get out of bed, so you have no excuse not to. A lot of the courses that I run, and as well as the Eat Clean challenges, we actually fill out a meal planner. So there's no question about what we're going to eat for breakfast or lunch or supper. We're going to put in place support systems to make it all happen. So you might sign up for yoga class, or enlist the help of a friend, or join a group program. So just take a moment and reflect on what you most want to change right now. What is something, if you could do tonight, to make that change happen for tomorrow? Just take a moment and jot that down on your worksheets. All right. Key number three is to be supported. We progress 70% further and faster in a group. And it's kind of the geese analogy. When you see the geese flying, they actually get 70% further because of that structure that they fly in. And it's amazing that the people that have studied the geese and what they've found with their whole support systems. It's very inspiring. But as people, we are also tribe-orientated. And when we have support, we too go further and faster. So for the change you want to make, you want to look around you at the people that you know and notice who already does this, who can support you unconditionally, and who will help to cheer you on. They say we are the average of the 5 people that we hang out with. So often my tribe members are at the leading edge of their groups. They are pulling the group forward, but they rely on the nourished group to support them and hold their back. So we'll come back and work more on this one towards the end. I want to finish off our list first, and we're going to circle back to what you need today to go further on your path. So key number 4 is to work with a coach or a mentor. You do not have to do it all the hard way to recreate the wheel. And when you work with a mentor, you get the wisdom of everything that they've encountered in their path, plus the wisdom learned from everyone that has worked with them in the past. So a good mentor is there to listen without attachment, to see through to the heart of the problem, because often our friends and our family are tied up in our story. A good mentor is there not just to inspire you along, but also to hold you accountable. Your success is theirs too, so they won't let you down. All right, so in this series, we've talked about all 10 habits that will help bring you back into alignment. And these are 10 habits that are being taught all over the world by yoga health coaches. So they really do work. The results are incredible. You have all the keys. You know that the deep wisdom is down deep inside of you. You have what it takes to make this work. And yes, there is a lot more to each of the habits than we've had time to go through in this first introductory series. But you have a taste of what that looks like. You have that key to your success. And this is actually a continuous growth path. So these 10 habits are something that we just keep refining over and over again to get us further along the path to feeling amazing. So if these habits excite you, and you see the potential that these small, simple shifts could really make a difference in how you feel. They could really make a difference in what your body ends up with in our wisdom years and what you're able to accomplish through all of your years. Then perhaps you might be a candidate for the Nourish program. The Nourish program is for those that want to evolve this further. It's for people that want to have the support and the guidance there to go further faster. You can do this on your own. You can take each one of these habits and work with it and refine it and go through and then just keep going on to the next one. However, if you want to get that group support where you're going to just propel exponentially forward, then it's time to look at how you can get that support around you. So one way to do that is to apply for the Nourish program. The Nourish program is restricted to those who are specifically looking to go further faster. It's looking for those who don't have a support system around them and need that support structure to help them go further. And it's looking for those that really want to change, that are connected to their why and really want this badly. And the results, we've talked about that last week, are simply amazing. Everyone who comes through succeeds. The friendships that you make in the course are for life. This is your tribe, and they will have your back and support you on your whole journey, even after the course. Your tribe membership will never expire. And your mentor truly cares about you and your health. It is my dream to see teachers supported and appreciated for all the work that you do. You are truly looking after the next generation, and so I'm here to help look after you. So just so you know what to expect in the course, I want to just walk you through how the course works so that you can see if this is something that you want to commit to, if this is really on the next stage of your path. So as a group program, the success of the whole group, it depends on each individual really wanting to change. This is not a program that you sign up for and don't complete. There is a lot of support to keep you on track and have a breakthrough in the course. The course itself is structured very similar to this. Every week you get a webinar, a lesson to watch, and they're longer. They're about 45 to an hour, and you get to plug that into your schedule whenever that will work for you. So there's a ton of information and solutions packed into each of the videos. And then we have a live group call each week, and they're recorded if you can't make them. But we encourage you to make them to get that connection with the group and so that you can get the personal one-on-one coaching. And on the live calls, we go into where everybody is at and what growth edge you're working at. We look at what you can reward yourself with, what your triggers are, what habits you might want to stack together. That's another tool we look at in the course. And all kinds of things, the support systems to make sure that you are fully supported where you are at. All right, what are your next steps right now? First of all, we want to keep evolving your sleep habits. It is a key and crucial one of the habits. That's why we picked it to work on in this series, is it will make a huge difference. So keep evolving that. Keep shifting your bedtime back and keep experimenting with what will deeply nourish you to get you that good night's sleep. Then I want you to explore your Next, growth edge of living foods. We touched on that in our last lesson. So just keep working at that edge and adding in something in the morning that's going to help maintain your energy and help make you feel vibrant. And next, we want to work to find a tribe that supports the new you. If you think your next step might be to take a look at this Nourish the Teacher program, there's just a few simple things to do to get you on that path. The first one is just to follow the links and to join the early bird list. So the early bird list get priority registration for the next course that's opening up. They get the Nourish the Teacher Survival Kit when they sign up, which is full of goodies to help support you in your evening wind down and energizing you, including eye bags and tongue scrapers and essential oils and all sorts of little goodies. And then I want you to apply for the course and book a strategy session. So that's a key thing. So when we get on the call together, we're going to go on call one-on-one and just make sure that this is really the right next step for you. And then I want you to fill the application and book a strategy session. This tells me a little bit about you and where you're at. And when we get on the call together, we can determine if the course is really the next step for you or if something else is more appropriate. We want to make sure that this is the right fit before you sign up. And then I want you to join the next live Q&A call. So we can do, like we are today, only live, so you get to ask your questions. So jot down any things right now that you have, any questions that you have, and get ready for that next Q&A call. We always do one before a course starts up. So let's look at your tribe of support and how we can build the support system around you to make this the key to your success. So right now when you're watching this, you're in a period of high motivation versus low motivation when you're actually in the trenches trying to make these work, trying to make these little shifts. If it's not easy to change, we all know that. So having support, it's best if it's people that are on the same path, going through the same experiences. The wisdom and understanding there is unparalleled. Plus, they will hold you accountable as they want you to help them too. So look for ways that you can find a tribe and look for someone who's ready to go through this with you. Next is to find outside support that is going to hold you accountable. Someone that you can look up to, someone who's already figured out a lot of this and can help guide you. And look for people that will be around you that will understand. They may not be on the same path. They may not join you, but they will understand what you are going through. And so let's just map this out for you. First, I want you to write down the names of the 5 people that you hang out with most. I made my Nourish group go through this last week, and it was pretty interesting, the results that came out of this. So jot down the names of the 5 people that you hang out with most. Who do you most spend your time with? And now look and beside their names, I want you to jot down, are they on this path with you? Will they help hold you accountable? Or will they support you by just understanding? Or are they going to try to pull you off track? Just jot it down beside their names. Just notice if you have anybody there who's got your back. And don't feel discouraged. Often the first time we do this, there's not many that hold that spot on your list. It gets better and better each time we go through. Now I want you to take a moment and just jot down the people in your life that you look up to and have the knowledge that you can gain from. Who's a mentor that can be in your life right now? And then jot down the name of somebody who will hold you accountable, who will understand and not sabotage your success. And this is big. Our friends are well-meaning, but they don't necessarily understand our desire or our big why for change. So look at people on your list or find someone off of your list that you can enlist for support, who's most likely to be there for you. And if it's no one, then I want you to get on a call right away. You can go to my website, book a strategy session, and we'll see what we can do to find you that support, either in the Nourish tribe or others that are in your community. All right, now I want you to paraphrase your big why into one sentence. If you need to pause the recording, feel free to do that. Just break it down into one quick sentence. I'll give you an example of that. So for myself, when I'm looking to change my habits and get further on my path of growth, I go to my husband. And he's not on the same path that I am. Not always, anyways. But he can understand, and he can be there to support me. So I'll start off with saying, you know what, I'm really feeling stiff and sore, and I want to stop feeling tired all the time. So I'm going to try a couple things to help me on that path so I can function a little bit better and more easily. So I need your support in that to help me get to bed on time. When you see me up past 9:30, I want you to tell me, kindly and gently, it's time to go to bed. So you're going to start with your why. You're going to be specific. Notice how I asked him specifically, when you see me up past 9:30, I want you to do this. So be really specific about what you want to do. Okay, so craft that out. So thanks for tuning in. I look forward to connecting with you deeper on a strategy session call or one of our live question and answer calls or in a future event. And I'm super, super excited about these changes that you're making. And I'm also super curious about how these first 2 baby steps have helped to change your day. So drop me a line, send me an email. You can just respond to this email if you like, and just let me know how it's going. How have these 2 baby steps improved your day? And what's going to be the next thing? Sweet dreams, enjoy your greens, and I look forward to our next connection. Namaste.